Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. This is the KGAP Plus Batch 8 Unveiling Pitch event. I am Makiko Tatsumi, Director of Business Development Office of ATL and also KGAP Plus Program Manager. KGAP Plus is a KHANA Global Acceleration Program Plus. So we welcome the promising startups from all over the world and support them to find the business partners to collaborate in Japan. Yes, so this batch 8, we got 142 applications from our global partners. So our program supported by the very good global partners, and these partners co-organized this event. So they are like NASCOM from India and the Israel Innovation Authority and the Axio, that is government of Catalonia in Spain, and also EU-Japan Center and Invest in Bavaria and the state of Bavaria Festival in Japan and the Innovation RCA in the UK. So these organizations send the great startups to us, and we select 21 startups from 10 countries this batch. And the program detail will be presented by our director later. And also this event is cooperated by J-Startup Kansai and also Embassy of Israel and JETRO and the Kansai Israel Business Promotion Consortium and Global Digital Bonjour and the Cross-Border Innovations. So thank you very much for your support. So let's get started the event program. So our program director and also the ATL Executive Vice President, Dr. Suzuki, will be presenting our program and the ecosystem. Yes, please welcome Dr. Suzuki. Yeah, please. 8 minutes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Max-san, for introduction. I'm Suzuki of ATL, Program Director of KGAP Plus. So thank you very much for being here today. I would like to start KGAP Plus Batch 8 Unveiling Session 2. So I'd like to start with a brief explanation of KGAP Plus. This is an acceleration program in Kansai City. This lasts 3 months, held twice a year in summer and winter, now totally online. We set a goal, a POC or pilot testing with Japanese companies or hospital, and some selected companies are accessible to our global partners. So we do a couple of local challenges for selection. And as I mentioned, we select normally 15 startups, but at Batch 8, we selected 21. So initial 1 or 2 weeks, we made an intensive interview to understand their technology, their business model, and what they want to do in the Japanese market. And in 3 months, we have demo day to expose the outcomes during the 3-month program. So KGAP Plus is made possible based on our solid global innovation collaboration networks as shown here. We are now working over 750 organizations, including over 270 organizations in 30 countries. The country and districts with pictures are our core partners. More specifically, we are working with, for instance, Israel Innovation Authority, Barcelona Activa, Axio, and Invest in Bavaria, and Startup Tellus, and the National Research Council of Canada in public sectors. We are also working with CII and NASCOM in India and ELA in New York City from public sectors. We are also collaborating very closely with JETRO. Recently, we expanded our collaboration network, as I explained. For instance, we signed the LOI with Catalonia Trade and Investment, Axio Tokyo, together with Kyoto Prefecture. The picture you are looking at is a picture when we signed the LOI, and the gentleman standing in the middle is a Vice Governor of Kyoto Prefecture, Mr. Yamashita-san. He supported our activities very much. We also signed a MOU with a startup Teras Kaoshun on Taiwan 2 weeks ago to collaborate with Taiwan startups, and that is really great for us. So what we try to do is to first construct a two-dimensional collaboration networks with our core partners, as shown here, acting Keihan Science City or ATL as a hub, and then try to connect these two-dimensional collaboration network with Japanese market and tech society. So to realize this framework, we are taking two approaches to connect solutions of startups and SMEs with issues or pains of Japanese enterprises, hospitals, and local governments. The first approach is solution-initiated approach. So to do this, we are carrying out KGAP Plus as like today. And the other approach is issue-driven approach. First, we got the issues of pain of local governments, or hospitals, and enterprises in Japan, and try to construct the best effort team to solve the issue affordably and quickly. A little bit about our history. We started our activities somewhere around 4 years ago, in the year of 2019, and up to now we have finished batch 1 to 7, and now we are having a batch 8. And totally, we have supported a bit more than 180 startups, domestic and overseas, half and half. So as I mentioned, we have completed batch 1 to 7 of KGAP Plus, and totally we have accepted 96 startups from 11 countries and cities, as shown here. And these startups can be classified into 16 fields of technology. Please note that we do not restrict any field of technology. We can accept any startups in any field of technology. So this is a kind of results which we selected, and the largest percentage shared with startups in healthcare or medical sectors, which is followed by startups in materials, smart devices, and manufacturing and construction technology, and so on. And our startup, of course, contribute to SDGs. What we found is they contribute to 14 goals out of the 70 goals, and they, on average, contribute to 2 SDG goals. So this means totally our startup contribute to 191 goals. And if we depict pictures you are always looking at based on the number of contributions, we can depict like a picture like this. And what we found is our startups contribute to goals 8, 9, and 11. This might be because our startups are belonging to deep tech sectors. So 2 outcomes based on our activities. The first one is matching, of course. We have successfully matched 71 startups out of 96 startups as high percentage of 74% up to now. You may find logos of big names of Japan as well as local but very good companies in Kyoto area or Kansai area. The other output is the insights into the Japanese market, because our program is only 3 months. So after 3 months, the startups need to explore the Japanese market by themselves. To do so, the insight or learning of the Japanese market is very important so that they can explore their own way by themselves. What we found is all the 48 companies gained totally 116 insight into the Japanese market, irrespective of number of successful matching, as shown in this figure. We had 2 or 3 weeks ago a very big event called KGAP Plus Summit 2022 at the occasion of Kyoto Smart City Expo 2022. This event is held in Kenasan City physically to showcase KGAP Plus and the K-HANA Global Innovation Ecosystem. What we did is 3 types of activities. The first one is panel discussion by 5 leaders of global KGAP Plus partners, acting me as a moderator. And we invited leaders from New York City, ELA, Canada, NLC, India, Embassy of India to Tokyo, and Bavaria, Bavarian Ministry of Economic Affairs, and Catalonia, a director of Axio Tokyo. We also had a pitch event by 6 KGAP Plus startup alumni. We invited totally 6 startups from batch 1 to 7, as shown here. And some startups also exhibited their service and products in our booth. So that is really successful, and we had a very good reaction from audiences and attendants. So batch 8, we started the local challenge September 15th by India local challenges, and finished the end of September. I think what I say is September 29th. The main program started October 18th and will be finished the 1st of February as a demo day. We plan to take selected startups to Germany, Bavaria, to have a boot camp in Munich or some cities in Bavaria. So we collaborators, co-hosts, and the cooperation organization are listed here. But since Max-san has already explained in detail, I do not repeat the name once again. But I would like to express our sincere thanks for their continuous collaboration and support our program. So this is our team for management and also very good mentors. We have a new member for management team, Alex Lee. He is a really good young guy, so we are very pleased to accept him, our team. And we have also very good mentors coming from various fields of expertise, so that they can help, they can support you to be connected with Japanese industries and the local governments and so on. So as Max-san mentioned, we have totally accepted 21 startups selected by KGAP Plus Batch 8 for 10 countries and districts, 3 from Japan and 18 from overseas countries. And we had a startup from new country, I mean Norway and Taiwan from this effective this Batch 8. So they can be divided into 9 fields of technology. The largest percentage are shared with startups in materials and smart devices. What we surprised is they share as large as 28%. If you compare with the percentage of this sector with those of our previous batch, we found that the number is increased by 18%. Okay, during the course of 3-month program, we will have totally 5 pitching events, as shown here. The first one is, of course, the Unveiling event, having today. And in December, we have 3 pitching events, which start December 6th in Kyoto. It's a real event. And also 16th, this event is also make real in Kenasan City. And the last one is online event in Kansai area. And we'll finish the main program and the last pitching event on February 1st. This is the demo day and held online. Okay, thank you very much for once again being here today. And audiences, please enjoy this program. And for startups, good luck for this program. Okay, thank you very much for your kind attention.
Okay, thank you very much, Suzuki-san. So let's move on the pitching part. Okay, yes, we willingly accept the promising startups in any sectors because we believe that the collaboration with startups enable to accelerate innovative business in any sectors. So the first company designed and developed smart, cool device that help our home safe and healthy. So, Fare, Love, I don't know, you are the first presenter. He's from the UK, Innovation RCA, incubator of Royal College of Arts. Now he is in the Barcelona. Yes, I don't know. Please share your screen. Yes.
Perfect. Can you see it well?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Arnau. I'm the co-founder of Fair Labs. At Fair Labs, we are reinventing the most overlooked device in the home, the smoke alarm. And to explain you why, picture yourself at home tonight. When you're in bed, if a fire were to break out while you are sleeping, there's roughly a 50-50 chance that your alarm would not go off to warn you. However, if your alarm does wake you up tonight, you'd be right to be annoyed because after all, 3 out of every 4 times, it will just be another false alarm. And false alarms and misfires are not just annoying. They mean that smoke alarms put the very people they claim to protect at risk. And we believe that you should be able to trust your alarm without thinking twice. So that's why we built FAIR. FAIR reinvents the smoke alarm using an array of air quality sensors and machine learning to make homes around the world safer and healthier places to live. And how we do this? We process more data more intelligently than any other alarm. First, we use an optical sensor to detect smoke and particles in the air. Then an array of air quality sensors identify the invisible byproducts of fire that other alarms overlook. And this includes carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, PM, NO2, and VOCs. Finally, we take these 2 packs of data and we combine and analyze them together using machine learning. This allows us to have a good understanding of what happens in the room and make a step change in fire detection accuracy, knowing if the smoke that we are detecting comes from a cigarette, from a burnt toast, or an actual fire. And this has mainly 2 differentiated benefits. The first one is that FAIR makes your home safer. Studies show that using the technology of multi-criteria fire detection as we are using helps detect fires earlier and more accurately, reducing false alarms by 75%. And second, FAIR makes your home healthier. Indoor air, contrary to what most people believe, is 2 to 5 times dirtier than outdoor air, and FAIR monitors these air pollutants that today's alarms ignore. It generates personalized recommendations that help customers breathe healthier, which has a big impact in both health, productivity, and well-being. Smoke alarms exist to keep us safe, and for us, safety is about protection from threats that are acute and visible, like fire, but also threats that are chronic and invisible, like air pollution. And FAIR is the only smoke alarm that stands watch against both. Actually, there has never been a most relevant time for it. Because of modern building materials, fire moves through homes about 8 times faster than when the smoke alarm was invented, and it leaves us less than 3 minutes to escape, so they have become really life-saving devices. And that's why smoke alarms are required in an increasing number of countries. And this includes the US, the UK, but also Japan since 2010, where a smoke alarm has to be present in every household, in every room. Our business model focuses on selling hardware devices backed by service subscriptions. So this is a model and price points that have been proven in the market by analogous devices. Our initial target are parents of young kids who want to protect what matters most the best way they can. Our initial go-to-market strategy starts with direct-to-consumer sales in the UK, and after that, using this e-commerce traction to sell FAIR through B2B partners like physical retailers or installers. In Japan, the model will be tailored to fit the established models in the smoke alarm sector, as they are very particular. So finding a local B2B partner to sell to their existing customers, either as a one-time purchase or a recurring subscription or rent. In the market, we mainly stand between two silos, smoke alarms and indoor air quality monitors. Smoke alarms are consolidated, but they are cheap and work poorly. On the other hand, indoor air quality monitors are growing very fast, but they are still too expensive for most people. So we are the only ones who are able to offer the complete peace of mind, having both safety and healthy. And we integrate with all ecosystems like Apple Home, Alexa, or Google Home to keep customers in control and with the information they want wherever they are. Earlier this year, we ran a pilot program. We sold 30 beta units to paying customers, which so far have collected over 100 million data points. And our next milestone is to move from this beta version of FAIR to the production version. So to achieve this, we are looking for a partner that can help us in any of the following key areas: either the development of the electronics for production, access to fire testing facilities, support on development of our fire detection algorithm we are working on right now, or helping us transition from our current polymer enclosure to aluminum. We are moving away from plastic to use a more premium and sustainable material, and we would appreciate support on prototyping and getting ready for manufacturing at scale. Our mission is to bring safe, healthy air to every single home, and we would love you to join us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Great presentation, Aruna. Very good. You got a question. Yes. What are the reasons for the low fire detection accuracy of a conventional fire alarm system? Can you achieve nearly 100% detection accuracy with your approach?
So yeah, that's a very good question. The reason why they are pretty bad right now is because they just use one sensor, and the sensor is triggered by any particle in the air. So yes, smoke from a fire triggers the alarm, but also pollen, dust, even small insects can trigger it. So that's why they have so many false alarms. In terms of the second part, if we can achieve 100%, we can. The issue is that there's a trade-off between how high is the accuracy detecting real fires and how many false alarms you'll get. So you need to find the right balance between how many false alarms you're able to accept. If it's like 20%, and that will determine how many real fires you actually miss. So it's like finding a threshold where we ensure the safety is maximum, but at the same time, we ensure that people keep them installed. Because one of the main reasons for fire accidents is people removing the alarm because it has so many false alarms that they just decide to unplug it because it's very annoying. And that is way more risky than just like having a percent of not detected fires.
I see. I see. Another question about your product. Can your product reduce the time to fire detection? Early detection is a very variable, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's especially important in today's fires because we have so much more plastic at home, even like the furniture we use, many times it's made out of plastic or synthetic materials. Fires burn differently, and there exists the thing that is called smoldering fires, which means something starts burning, but there is no flame. And if there's no flame, often there's no smoke. But while there's this combustion happening, there are a lot of gases released. And these gases can just make people pass out, and they die in fires, not because of the fire itself, but because of the gases produced by the fire. And these gases come way earlier than the smoke comes. So by looking at the gases, we can have an earlier prediction than by just looking at the smoke.
Thank you very much for your explanation. Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next company is we changed the order a little bit, and we jumped to EpiGuard from Norway. So EpiGuard team, are you ready? So EpiGuard developed another smart device in medical scene. So the product can meet the demand of the critical corona situation. So EpiShuttle. So they will introduce their product. So Sophia, you ready?
Yes, good afternoon, and thank you so much for having us here. I will share my screen and present to you today. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sofia Lalosto. I'm a market analyst for EpiGuard, and I'm here today with my colleague and international sales director, Elena. EpiGuard is a Norwegian medical technology company. We are specialized in medical isolation and transportation systems. And our main product is called EpiShuttle, which is a single patient isolation and transportation system. EpiShuttle was created from a clinical and medical need. Our founders are medical experts in the field of transportation and isolation of infectious patients with first-hand experience with Ebola patients in Africa in 2014. They realized that the solutions available at the time and still now are not sufficient. They are not robust, they break easily, they're not safe for the patient or the healthcare professionals, they have limited intervention possibilities, and they are not safely disinfected, so they are not cost efficient. So that is why in 2017, they created and launched EpiShuttle, on which they work together with engineers and designers from Norway. And you can see EpiShuttle in action in this brief video that's playing while I'm talking. So also, what does actually EpiShuttle do? The first basic function, of course, is to allow quick and 100% safe isolation of contagious and vulnerable patients. EpiShuttle can be configured in two modes. In negative pressure, a contagious patient, like a patient with monkeypox, Ebola, chemical poisoning, is locked inside and the external environment is protected. While in a positive pressure mode, a vulnerable patient, that is an immunocompromised patient, is protected from any hazard in the outside environment. So this makes sure that everyone, from the patient to the healthcare professionals to any passerby, are protected. And since EpiShuttle is the most thoroughly tested solution in the market, this can be done in different environments and transportation methods like helicopter, plane, or ground ambulance. Moreover, EpiShuttle is designed for making sure that healthcare professional can intervene on the patient during transport completely safely. And over again, EpiShuttle has validated disinfection procedures, so it can be reprocessed and used as good as new for the next patient. This allowed us to reach a very diverse and global customers. We were sold in over 30 countries in many sectors. So for instance, the NHS in England is a customer of us, as well as Singel in Singapore. Air ambulance is a very good customer. FAI in Germany has completed over 200 transport of patients with Epi Shuttle. And also military customers trust our services, among which the Department of Defense in Australia, the Canadian Royal Air Force, and the Belgian Army. Also, WHO has purchased 6 Epi Shuttle units, some of which are actually in Uganda. So now we are looking east and we're looking to expand in Japan. And we are looking for launch partners. In Japan, we see great value, as in it is a large economy with a great focus on quality healthcare and a high healthcare expenditure, especially on medical devices, of which 54% is actually imported. We also see a match when it comes to mentality and focus on preparedness and disaster prevention, which we also stand for. And if we were to reach the same market volume as we did in Norway of 5 Epi Shuttle per million people in Japan, we expect to have a potential of 600 Epi Shuttle units of around 4 billion Japanese yen of revenue. We have competitors in Japan, but we see that as a strength, as in our best customers are those that have purchased our competitors, see that they do not function as they claim, and then switch to Epi Shuttle. So we see this as an opportunity because we're very solid in our value proposition and the value that Epi Shuttle brings. And that's what we want to, and we are hoping to achieve through this program, is to show our value proposition in Japan, bring Epi Shuttle there by finding partners to bring it to hospital and end users that can really grasp the benefits of our unit, and thus test and do fitting for Epi Shuttle and cut time to market. And thank you very much for your attention. And we're looking forward to coming to Japan and live up to our mission of saving one patient while protecting everyone else.
Thank you very much. Very clear presentation. Great. Yes, you got a question from our audience. I think there is a great demand for this product from the medical field. Yes. Why has such a product not been available until now? Is there any adoption in Japan yet? If so, what's the reason? Good question.
Thank you so much for your question and the comment. We of course are aware that there is a need and a demand, but of course there is matters of time and time to market, and also as I mentioned, we need to travel quite a good distance and export our product to Japan. And it's not been so easy during COVID-19 times, quite paradoxically. And so that's why we are activating now to make sure that Japan can be prepared in case there is a new disease. We hope, of course, not, but in case something else happens and the healthcare system are tested again, that they can be prepared with Epi Shuttle.
Great. Very good question and comment and your answer. Great. Thank you very much, Christian. That's all for you. So please finish screen sharing. Thank you very much, Sophia.
Thank you.
Yes. The next company is from UK again, Innovation RCA, the Revive Innovations. So the Revive Innovations developed the pre-loaded injection device. Again, it's a medical device, but for personal use. Yeah. Yes. It's a compact and a small device. The patient-centric. Yes. Please explain the detail. Abhishek and Una, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi,
So we are Revive Innovations. We were founded in 2019, and we are a medical technology spin-out from the Royal College of Art in London, UK. We apply design thinking and tools to the injectables drug delivery market, like for the emergency treatment of severe allergies.
Adrenaline is the only medication that could prevent a fatal outcome during a severe allergic reaction. It is necessary to always carry two devices. 57% of patients, however, do not carry their life-saving injection during a fatal reaction. Any inquiry with patients or allergists will reveal that most balance the burden of carrying it with the probability of allergen exposure due to the large obtrusive form and the associated unwanted attention. Also, because most competitors use the suboptimal needle length against recommended guidelines, there is a 68% chance of women remaining at fatal risk even after adrenaline is administered. The injection depth is simply insufficient to reach the muscle. Revive's solution is centered around the patient's user journey. We keep in mind three of the most important requirements for a gold standard solution: the form and appearance, needle length and dosage, and manufacturing and assembly.
So founded in the design of our patented pre-filled syringe, we have invented a flat, compact, and easy to carry injector platform. Its credit card size and discreet polished design maximizes patient adherence in today's life. In addition to the significant reduction in size, we can incorporate the longer needle without changing our design. The patented technology gives true platform benefits by accommodating multiple dose delivery settings without a change of parts. Since we can also deliver the high dose recommended by the resuscitation councils, we have future-proof for a change in the prescription of the dosage. And our injector has also been designed using analogous parts for a competitive production price and can be manufactured without disrupting existing assembly lines in pharmaceutical companies. We have excellent user feedback on our prototype, with 4 out of 5 users saying they would switch to our solution, having the best needle length according to some scientific journals, and having a very strong preference rating for size, shape, and portability. We have 3 competitors in the UK, EpiPen, Emerald, and Jext. Our main competitor in Japan is EpiPen. In comparison, the average adrenaline auto-injector is almost twice as long and 140% thicker than our credit card size design. Crucially, despite EpiPen and Jext's large size, having to redo regulatory approvals has discouraged them from adopting the recommended longer needle and higher dose capability. Being a newer entry, Emerald incorporated this recommendation but increased the overall size, making it even more difficult to carry. The global market is poised to grow over 300 billion yen, and Japan is the largest market in Asia Pacific, estimated to be over 4 billion. In fact, the prescription rates of adrenaline auto-injectors in Japan significantly increased from 11.1% in 2011 to 30.9% in 2016. Revive has organically found a client for distribution of adrenaline auto-injectors in the GCC territories. Being a small segment of the global market, we were happy to sell the distribution rights in GCC at this stage. We are following the standard business model of our industry, licensing. Pharmaceutical companies will essentially license our patents, clinical evidence, and technical files to bring the injector to patients through its own supply chain. In 2023, our technical development will reach a value inflection point at which we can negotiate similar licensing deals.
So our strategy for entering the market is founded in our patent filings, regulatory approval, and the healthcare market dynamics in the different regions. UK is the first point of market entry in 2025, and our patent has already been granted here. After UK and EU, we would then apply for the medical device single audit program, which would open access to Japan, Australia, Canada, and also cover a significant portion of USA approval process. Lastly, we also have patents filed in India and China to have protection in the supply chain and to cover large markets for other injectable therapies like diabetes. For our progress milestones, our prototype is already ready and feasibility is complete. For the next 2 years, we are working on finishing our design master record for market entry in 2025. But to successfully enter the Japanese market by our goal of 2026, we would need a commercial partner in Japan, need help building relationships in the supply chain, and get in touch with key thought leaders in Japan. So Urshita and I are the co-founders. She is our CEO and is pivotal to the design and clinical research and execution of the overall company objectives. I am the CTO and invented the Revive prefillable syringe during my master's in product design at the Royal College of Art. I lead the product development and ensure that our injector meets the regulatory and commercial requirements. Our quality engineer, Katie, is also present today, and she manages our regulatory commitments. And we are also supported by highly experienced advisors that help us with technical, clinical, and regulatory aspects of the project. Thank you for your time. And please just remember, it can only save you if you carry it, and we make that very easy. Thank you, and we are very happy to answer your questions.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, please answer 2 questions. So far, the first question is there any market research showing that many people want AAI that is more portable than EpiPen?
Yes, so Japan has just started beginning their epidemiology studies around adrenaline autoinjectors. So EpiPen, for example, entered the market in Japan in 2005. In 2011, it was covered by the national health coverage in Japan. And after that, there was a spike, it went from 11.1% to 30.9% in from between 2011 to 2016. During that time, all the fatalities that have occurred, we do have scientific evidence on papers published, which says that they're basically not carrying the device because, one, it's too large, and also because its pen-shaped form actually creates needle phobia so it's harder to inject. If someone is injecting it to a child, for example, they feel more scared of it. So they want a smaller, flat, portable thing. It's also easier to carry too if it's flat and small and portable and in a form factor like our phone that we usually use. I actually have how small it is. So this is a credit card and thing. So it's much easier, and the pen would be like the size of my hand.
So we have market research in terms of reports from the pharmaceutical industry. We have scientific journals and people are doing studies to say that we need smaller pens because they're not being carried. And then we have research from our advisors, the allergists and the patients themselves, who we do user interviews with to develop the product.
Okay, the next question is this stable when used?
Yes, so because we have, so on a needle, on the longer needle thing, you get the grip and you inject it into your thigh. And what you have to do is you have to really jab into your thigh, like really push it really hard to activate the device, because we have a flat surface area that runs along the length of the thigh. It's actually more stable to use because when your hand is shaking and you're in anaphylactic shock, you don't have the energy maybe to actually jab into your thigh. But ours, because it has a larger surface area, it triggers much more easily. And even if you had lower grip strength at that time, you would be able to inject yourself much more easily.
Another issue with the stability of existing devices is that they use a glass syringe inside, and there is known to have issues with possible syringe breakage during the delivery because they have very strong spring inside to push it. But our patented design of the syringe has a feature for inbuilt shock absorption during the syringe delivery.
Okay, yeah, I can imagine that. Okay, so for auto injection for insulin, would the needle be shorter?
Yes, so it gets divided into a subcutaneous injection and an intramuscular injection. We can incorporate multiple needle lengths without changing our design. It just has to do with us actually changing our spring force and the pressure it needs to activate the device to control the length of the needle. Otherwise, you can also switch it out for different dosage volumes and different needle lengths based on whatever the purpose is. So not just insulin, but even other applications that we have considered, which would require a shallower injection depth, it can be incorporated.
So we can consider making the insulin injection even smaller because the needle is coming to half the length. So, but maybe we do user testing and it's too small, but it can be done.
Okay, great. So yeah, innovative device. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So next, Kewazo. Yes, we have showcased 3 smart devices, hardware. Next, Kewazo from Bavaria, Germany, will present kind of a combination of software and the hardware that enable to smart in the construction work. Yes, Ekaterina, can you present?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for the introduction. I apologize directly for the quality of sound. I am transmitting directly from biggest exhibition in Germany right now, Bauma, and we are exhibitors. So I was trying to find a quiet place, but it's still very difficult. So I apologize directly for the sound quality. So as mentioned, we are the biggest, one of the biggest construction startups in Europe and in Germany. And what we are doing, we are automating construction, transportation of construction materials on site. So today, the transportation of construction materials is mostly manual, and in most cases analog, which means that we do not get the data behind the process. And what we do, we automate and we digitize on-site material flow with the help of robotics and data analytics. We have started the company in 2018. We have currently, by the way, close already to 40 people. It's even more. Closed several investment rounds. We've been selling our robots all across Europe, UK, and US, and Japan is a very interesting market for us because we know that Japan is also a mother of construction robotics, and has been a lot of research and innovation done in this field. Our first application case, or what do we transport first, is a scaffold. We transport scaffolds, and why do we do so? We wanted to have a focus in the beginning, and also we have checked all the application cases, and we have seen that this is one of the most manual ones, with 80% of materials transported manually today. It's a very dangerous activity. There are a lot of accidents. So in Germany alone, more than 6,000 accidents, but also, and I know it's also relevant for Japan, unfortunately, there are not so many young people who would like to join this profession, and there is a huge labor shortage in this field. And this is exactly what we are doing. We are trying to automate this field by introducing first a hardware solution on site, which is a robotic system for transportation of materials, and a software solution, which is a data analytics platform that presents data behind the process. So our solution is a smart robotic material lift, which is really easy to install compared to conventional solutions. We only need 15 to 20 minutes for installation. It calibrates autonomously itself. The workers need to know minimum. It's completely battery powered and completely wireless. We also have a lot of safety sensors installed on a system, which allows to prevent multiple accidents during operation. This is also one of the most fastest transporting system in the world. We transport materials with 42 meters per minute. And lastly, nobody needs to control the system. We have autonomous control and navigation. With all of this being said, today we are managing already to save up to 70% of labor costs, or around 1,000 euro per day in Europe, but also we provide solutions to labor shortage, but we hope also to make this industry more attractive for younger generation and provide safer working environments. Now we also collect the data, and we provide to our customers information about everything what's going on site, such as, for example, how many materials have been transported, what kind of materials transported, also productivity per hour, per day, per project. In the future, we plan to couple it with computer vision so that we can know the precise art of the materials, and our software will be soon available also on Japanese. We focus on 3 main industry areas, such as construction, classic construction renovation projects, industrial, and it's everything in gas and oil domains, petrochemical, but also shipbuilding. In Europe, we work with the biggest industrial service providers, such as, for example, Bilfinger, Altrad, with big construction companies, but also in gas and oil sector with companies such as, for example, ExxonMobil, Shell, Dow Chemicals, and Total. So this is an example of a typical project that we do. This is an industrial example, but construction example would look in the same direction. So here, for example, we were able to save in 2 working months for our customers. We were able to save completely 1 working month because we used only 4 scaffolders instead of 9. And we were able to save 70% of man hours or 50,000 pounds just by having our system on site. And this is a project in United Kingdom. Now, we are already working on a solution to bring our system not only in scaffolding, but also in installation, equipment, general material transport, but also offshore solutions. And the next solution for this will be available in 6 months, where we will be able to transport all sorts of materials. We are looking for partners in Japan, and we already have received several demands for pilot projects. We know that Japan is looking forward to automation, and therefore for us, it would be really interesting to find a prospective partner who would like to do a pilot project with us on industrial or construction side. Thank you very much for your attention. We are Kivazo, and we are assembling the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very energetic presentation. Okay, you have a question. I think this product will be effective on a somewhat large or high site. What size, what height of the site would be most effective?
Yes, so our sweet spot for the project starts from everything from 10, 12 meters and goes up to 50 meters. So we have received certification for 50 meters.
So the next question is related to the weather. Can Kivazo be used in the rain?
Can Kivazo be used? Sorry, I didn't understand the acoustical.
In a rainy day.
In every day, I still couldn't answer, excuse me.
Sorry, rainy day, cloudy, rain, snow. Sorry, my pronunciation.
Okay. No, sorry. If I understood you correctly, in a rainy day, yes, of course. I mean, yes, we are working under every condition. Day, snow. We also done projects in Finland with -20, so it's not a problem. And also, we have already the first series of machine deployed in Europe, and they're working already 2 years on construction site under all weather conditions.
Yeah, because in Japan, there is a rainy season, yes, and the humidity. Yes. The next question is, how long does your product take to assemble on site?
It takes between 10 and 15 minutes to put the ground base and the robot, and then around 2 to 3 minutes for each section of the rail, because we work on rails. One of the biggest advantages of our system is that we provide our customers with multiple rail sets. So the rail stay on the scaffold, and the robot itself, you can detach and attach again under 5 to 10 minutes, because we have robotic grippers. We just close on a rail, and then we also have wheels on the robot. So you don't need any crane, you don't need anything. You just need 2 people to assemble the solution.
Sounds wonderful. Great. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So the Kivazo's service will help to the shortage of human resource in Japan. That is a very important challenge in Japan. Yeah, but the sustainability is also the challenge for every country. So Soltam, Israel company, developed new plastic materials. Yes. So Mike, your turn.
Okay.
Yes, so please.
Okay, thank you very much. I am Mike from Solutum, and our vision is to actually eliminate plastic waste for good. We all know the problem, so I will not dwell on it. But in terms of environmental issues, the plastic pollution problem in our waterways and oceans is the second after climate change. So it's a huge problem. Again, I'm sure you are all well aware of it, so I will not take time on this slide. We have developed a solution for this huge problem, and basically what we've done, we've developed a new novel material that feels like plastics, looks like plastic, behaves like plastics, but it dissolves in water at ambient temperature, and this is the important part, after a predetermined delay time. So we can control the time from when a material comes in contact with water until the dissolve process starts. This could be almost immediately, seconds, minutes, hours, even days. And on the slide, if you there's a video, I will not show it now, but you can play the video and see the dissolve time delay in different samples. Once the dissolve delay time elapses, the material will dissolve and then fully biodegrade into CO2, H2O, and biomass, leaving no microplastic and no toxic residue. This makes us suitable for a whole wider range of applications, even those applications which come in contact with water during the lifetime of the product. We have filed patents. We have 2 patents already, patents pending, and we've just filed 2 more patents. We're preparing 2 further patents. Now, our claim to fame, as I described to you, is that we are water soluble and biodegradable. However, we realize that there are managed environments in different areas or different cities or different industries in the world. So we've taken a very holistic approach to the end of life. So in addition to the claim to fame that we dissolve and biodegrade in water, we can be recycled with polyethylene, polypropylene, or PET, and we dissolve in a wash stage and does not contaminate the recycled stream. We can be incinerated for energy recovery. We have quite a high calorific value. We can go into a composting facility and do the composting. Also, when there's enough of our material in the marketplace to make it economically feasible to be collected and separated into a separate stream, we can be upcycled to produce adhesives for the water-based paints and the inks and that type of products. But even if someone just throws our material away into the environment, once it comes in contact with water, it will dissolve and completely disappear. Thus, we leave no footprint in the environment. Doesn't matter what the environment is, managed or unmanaged. We can also customize our material to meet every need. So we can, by changing out the formulation, we can change the mechanical properties. Okay, we have an excellent gas barrier, which is completely off the scale. If you're familiar, if you like these little small chocolate bars or snacks, yeah, these are wrapped in plastic. Inside, there's an aluminum lining of 2 or 3 microns. That is there not to allow oxygen into the material. We can prevent that without the addition of aluminum. We have also an absolute oil properties, 100%, so you can pack oil in our product. And of course, we are printable and tintable and that type of stuff. So we can really customize our characteristics to the customer's needs. Today, we are starting with 2 basic products. One is a stretch cling film, and the other one is just poly bags, which is just plastic bags for wrapping various products. And the first products we are looking at is the non-food dry goods sector, things like fashion industry, toys, electronics, that type of stuff. I'll show you just 2 examples. One we're doing with the beer people, Embev, for the Corona brand. And there they wanted a solution for the pallets they're shipping from the brewery to the supermarket or to the liquor stores. And today the plastic around these pellets is completely is polyethylene. Okay, it's not collected, not recycled. So we are developing for them a film which will just disappear in water. Okay, we're also working with Colgate, and we develop for them just a simple carry bag where the customer gets their toothbrush, toothpaste, or floss, whatever. And now we started working with them to change the current packaging of toothbrushes with the hard plastic materials they use today with a more friendly material based on our technology. And in the future, we have a soap project with them also for shrink. So these are just two examples of our products in the real environment. This is a very busy slide. I will not go through it, okay, but it just shows that we've done an analysis in terms of the competing technologies and the competing companies in the space. And I think that if you look at this at your leisure, you will find that we are very, very well positioned in terms of our processing and properties, end of life, and our commercial proposition. In terms of certification, okay, there's a hierarchy of certification. The most difficult to get is the water certification. We have now passed the ISO 14851 and ISO 14852 testing, which is a precondition to receive the certification for biodegradability in plastic. So we've done that. We are now in the process of getting that certification. The next certification we're working on is in soil, okay, and the relevant ISO testing is being performed. Likewise with the industrial composting. Okay, so we hope to, within the next quarter or 2 quarters, to have a certification for water, soil, and composting. Some history on the company. Okay, the company was founded in 2017. Okay, where the basic formula was developed. We then did a very minor POC, but a year later, we then did a scale-up of production. We then developed the film products, filed our patents. Okay, last year we developed a polybag product, and now we have scale-up production. We can produce about 0.5 ton a day, and this is only limited to the equipment available to us. We can scale much larger. Okay, here you can see some companies we're working with. 2 of them I mentioned. To date, we've raised about $9.5 million in equity funding and about $2 million or $1.9 million from the Israeli government as a grant. We contribute to 6 of the 17 SDGs, as you can see, okay, from health to life below water. I'm sure you're all familiar with those, but we do contribute quite heavily to 6 of the 17th, which is really great. In terms of entering the Japanese market, okay, we would be really pleased to find a Japanese company that uses today thin film flexible packaging, and to do with them a pilot or a POC similar to what we're doing with Colgate Palmolive or with Embev. We'd love to get an introduction to a Japanese manufacturing company who we could license or enter a JV partnership for the manufacture of our material in the Japanese market. And lastly, if there's a Japanese investor, we'd love to have an investment in a company from Japan. This is our management team. Our CTO and founder is Sharon Barak. She's the brains behind the idea. Okay, we have a very experienced CEO, very experienced VP R&D, and the whole team. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mike. Yes, very advanced technology. You have a question. Does it dissolve when held by hand? Does it also decompose when humidity is high?
Okay. First of all, as I said, we have different grades of material. Some grade is more sensitive and some grade is less sensitive. Okay. In general, when held in the hand, nothing will happen. Okay. It's not like the dishwasher pods you throw into your washing machine and you hold them in the hand that they feel sticky. We are not there. Okay. It does not decompose when the humidity is high. Again, for the less sensitive materials, okay, when a high humidity scenario, they will start to dissolve because they absorb moisture. But the less sensitive grades will not dissolve. Okay.
Okay, the next question is what kind of application is envisioned when setting a longer time between the contact with water and the onset of decomposition?
Okay, actually what we control is when the dissolve time starts, not the decomposition. Okay, so for instance, if, you saw the example with AB InBev, where they want the film to actually protect the pallets which are shipped on trucks. Sometimes the trucks are not covered, so it could be some rain. So they want to have, for instance, a 24-hour delay from rain before the product will dissolve. Once it dissolves, then the biodegradation or the decomposition will start. Okay, so it's really a two-phase process. First it dissolves, then it biodegrades or decomposes.
Okay, thank you very much for your clear answer. Great. Yeah, thank you very much. So advanced technologies are on demand, not only the challenges are related to plastic, but also to secure power. So the next company, Magnetica Power Fortune from Catalonia, Spain. The Magnetica offers the safe and flexible technology which will be able to transfer energy wirelessly in home environment. So Alfonso.
Hello, I'm Alfonso. We are here, Alfonso Mohamed, presenting Magnetica. Magnetica is a company that was born, again with presentation, that was born in Barcelona in a group called Naptilus Tech Labs. It is an energy startup that began some time ago. Let me go from the beginning.
Yes. So Alfonso, please share your screen. Of course.
Yeah, one moment. Yeah, one moment, I'm sharing the screen. Okay, let's see if you can see it.
Not yet.
One moment. Sorry about the delay in presenting that. One moment.
Take your time.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay. Let me see if it's possible now. Sorry about that. I thought it worked.
Mm-hmm. So wireless internet connection sometimes works not work so very well sometimes.
Sorry, it was on preferences. One moment.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it.
I believe Magnetica developed a good wireless electronic the transfer system. Oh, okay. He's coming back.
Yeah, maybe now. Let me check. Yeah.
Okay, it's coming.
It's coming, yeah?
It's coming. It's visible. Okay. So presentation mode, please. Yes, yeah. It's coming.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay. This is a company that is the technology is based on wireless transfer of energy, in which one of the paradigms is that you need connect devices to be connected always. They require energy, and for all kinds of devices like game controllers, drones, etc., or connected home devices, you need to be always connected. No, so what is the point for that? That it should be safe for humans. It should be scalable for 1 to more devices. It should be flexible, and well, in that case, we have a patent that protects this technology. No, so let me see that. Okay, that's it. I'm not seeing. Sorry about that, because I'm watching all the participants, which I don't want to see. Okay. Wireless transfer technology that we are proposing is done through resonant magnetic coupling. This technology allows us to send safely amounts of energy for human beings, for human people, no, without damage. No, what happens with this resonance technology? That it's achieved through a patented technology that switches and allows us to work with significant power. No? Okay, we are working now in the last months with several prototypes, working from 2.5 centimeters to 60 centimeters, and it has also been simulated up to 1.5 meters. No, and regarding frequencies, we are moving on frequencies from 80 to 500 kilohertz. And based on in a technology that MIT built some time ago, in which they reach up to 2 meters and to 60 centimeter coils. No? However, this transmission of energy distance is directly linked to the transmitter and receiver coil sizes, and also on the frequency used. No? So which is our value proposal? Our proposal is, with this technology, we can reach to 80% performance of sending energy. We have a patent already approved in Europe and US, and also it is scalable with different transmitters, as you see, from power from 5 watt to 120 watt, with frequencies working from 50 to 400 kilohertz, and also from 1 to several devices. No? These are some existing cases and markets in which we want to move. One of them is home automation and IoT sensors with power at a certain distance, with a coil hidden in a lamp, for example. Home electronics, like a table that could provide energy to several devices like monitors, laptops, mouses, etc. Dynamic chargers that, for example, could be used in charging while it's moved, so with some distance. Dynamic lighting, we are working already with a company in Spain that use this technology, want to use this technology in lights for restaurant shops, etc. And also, we are also making a prototype for scooter and bicycle sharing company, in which they use this technology to charge these vehicles wirelessly. No? So what is our business model? Basically, is to make consultancy of making devices or specific devices for some companies, in a way that we can license this patent, this technology to be used, and to make special projects for consultancy. No? Which is the difference with people that is also using resonance technology, is that in our technology, it's a patented technology that uses automatic tuning. If you increase the distance, the efficiency still is quite high compared with some standards like Qi technology, etc. No? So what are we looking for with this possible technology in Japan? Is to find partnerships with people that make small devices with low power demands, like IoT equipment, game controllers, etc., wearables, with medium devices with moderate power demands like TVs or LED lighting, etc. And the group 3 would be special environments with controlled position, like kitchen machines, cleaning machines, etc. No? So we can see here some prototypes that Mohamed will explain to you that were already done and working. Mohamed?
Hello, this is Mohamed. Yes, this is Mohamed. So we try to showcase some of the the applications for this technology and the power scale. So for example, here in this slide, we show a demo with big coils, 60 by 60 centimeters, where we were able to transmit 60 watt to power a bulb up to 1 meter using these coils. And the next slide, please. Yeah, and also we have been able to develop a system to charge electric scooters while they are parking in public domains, and the power was up to 150 watt with efficiency of 85%. And also, yeah, here we have shown this demo in the Mobile Congress where we were able to power wirelessly a monitor with 50 watt at 35 centimeters using 30 by 30 centimeter coils as shown here in this photo. Also, we can show here that we for electric toys where, for example, we were able to charge an electric toys in 5 seconds using 2.5 watt at 3 centimeter distance. So as we can see here from all of these demos that the power is scalable. We can work from low power like 3 watts or 2 watt up to hundreds of watt, and the distance also is variable, which means that the applications or up to the application we can optimize the solution to transmit the amount of power required efficiently.
Well, this is the team we have. It's a team based on great engineers, great technicians that have developed this technology and patented it. We also have well, the business development people, in which I belong to the group developing business here, and also participating with some tech advisors from Spanish universities like the UPC in Barcelona. So great team, and thank you. That's all.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, thank you very much. No question to you so far. Okay, you got the question. Yes, please answer briefly. Can you suggest improvement to wireless power supply system for unmanned vehicles?
AGVs. What I'm reading the question. What YPT products as commercials can improve by can you list some of them? Well, maybe Mohamed could answer, but for the AGVs, I understand that one of the problems is how to charge these AGVs in stock houses, etc. Well, what we can provide, and maybe Mohamed, which is the technician, could help me.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the question is quite broad. So, for example, unmanned vehicle is one of the applications that could be powered wirelessly. So the improvement would be that enable more flexibility for the charging process. So our technology, since we are doing a kind of automatic tuning in the wireless power system, which means that the distance between or the alignment between the transmitter and the receiver doesn't have to be very accurate. So this offer more flexibility in the charging. It doesn't mean that the vehicle, for example, has to accurately park in the charging area. So this, of course, it adds more flexibility in the charging process.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer. Great.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next company is Blue Nose. Yes, Blue Nose contributed to reduce the fuel consumption for the ships, ocean ships, the big ship, by algorithm and fairings that they develops. Yes, that's why the name of the company is Blue Nose. So Leon, please.
Hi everyone, very pleased to meet you all. So I will share my screen to make my presentation, will be easier. So So basically, so at Blue Nose, what we do is that we try to work in the shipping industry to try to reduce the fuel consumption of container ships. This project starts in 2020 when we understand that 5,000 container ships are solely responsible for 1% of global greenhouse gases emissions. And we think that we have to act on that number. But we didn't know that it was actually the best time to do it, as in 2020, there was the biggest regulatory change in the maritime sector. So the International Maritime Organization passed this law, which basically, in order to reduce sulfur emission, forces ship owners to shift from crude oil to refined fuel. This change then leads to an increase in operational cost by 45%, which, as you know, is very important, especially in that field. So that left the ship owners very sensible to any innovation that would allow them to reduce their fuel consumption. In that project, we have four main insights from like discussion with different ship owners, etc., that have driven our solution. The first one is that we're targeting container ships. The second one is that our solution is going to target the air drag of those ships. We want our solution to be independent from weather conditions to prevent intermittencies in bunkering processes. And finally, our solution has to be retrofit in order to target the maximum population of ships. So basically, Blue Nose tried to find where was the biggest losses in terms of air resistance and air recirculation. And after simulation, we found that it was actually at the first wall of container at the front of the ship. And so the idea came to basically place a structure to ease that contact with the first wall of container. The idea is not novel, but the context is. And so it was actually very interesting economically with the increase of fuel prices due to the law to try to place a structure at the front to reduce the drag. But once you have a structure, the issue is that you want to have the best structure. And so that's when the algorithm that we have developed comes into play, because the main value of Blue Nose is also the ability to generate shapes that are tailored and generated by basically machine learning to be placed at the front of the ship to make sure that they fit the specific ship with the best properties. And with that, we're able to offer to ship owners a fuel reduction of 3 to 5% per year, which is the equivalent to $1.1 million per year. In terms of the different partners that we have in that field of research, we've received a grant of $120,000 by IBM that have helped us to develop the algorithm and validate many of our hypotheses and results. We work also with MinParis and PSL University through a laboratory called the CFL laboratory. So this is a laboratory specialized in heavy computational fluid dynamics, and they're also able to validate our process. If Blue Nose was to be implemented on the totality of container ships, that would represent 8 million metric tons of CO2 per year saved, which is the equivalent of 2.2 million cars off the road each year. So as I mentioned before, Blue Nose is currently, it offers to the ship owners 1.1 million average savings per year. But we have to know that the retail price of the solution is currently set at 2.2 million. And that's the model of Blue Nose is a retail model, basically. So the market size that we're currently looking at is divided in two different parts. On one side, we have the retail part, as I said, and also the carbon credit part is completing this retail part with a total of $12.5 billion. Blue Nose currently benefits from patent in the UK, so currently patent pending, and we also have the assistance of those two institutions that I'm showing here for the expansion of the patents in strategic territories. Currently, we are looking at an emerging competition. There are like several different companies, but I'm just going to cite a few and the main ones here. And what we notice is that they've all in the recent year been able to raise significant amount of money or been bought back by big companies. but none of them are able to, at the same time, be non-dependent to weather condition, be applied on already built container ships, and also be economical. And by that, I mean costing less than $2.5 million to implement. So that's where Bruno stands out from them. The team is currently of 3 persons. So myself and Joey Sangar are the co-founder of the project, and Professor Eli Hashem, which is our recent associate, is the director of the laboratory at Mines Paris that I mentioned earlier. We also are very lucky to have a strong board of advisors with ship owners association, manufacturers, business and fundraise specialists, shape generation, certification, and fluid mechanics, people that are able to assist us in many different steps of the process, whether it's in prospection, fundraising, often also like our wind tunnel tests. So we're very lucky to have the support of them. And finally, what we're looking for at the moment is to expand the network that we currently have of partners. We're looking to meet new manufacturing partners and understand if they have any technological advantage that could benefit the project. And also looking for ship owners that would be interested in basically doing a collaboration with our project in order to help us put together the first MVP and the first testing in real application. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Yeah, you had the question. I think it is the same idea as putting a cooling on a motorcycle. In fact, I believe the high-speed vessels already have such cooling. What is the reason why container ships have not been equipped with the cool until now?
And that's the whole beginning of the presentation. So the regulatory change that happened in 2020 made an increase in the market of 45% in operational costs. When you have an increase like that, many things that were not interesting economically become so. The key validation point for that hypothesis can be found in the new design of container ship. If you look at container ships that are going to come in 2030, or the ships that are planned to be made by Rolls-Royce, Maersk, CMA CGM, so the biggest ship owners, they all are now equipped with this shape at the manufacturing stage. So you can see that the industry has taken the idea and basically integrated it in the building process, basically.
Thank you very much for your answer. Okay, great. Okay, the next company is again recommended by Innovation RCA London, orbital bloom. So again, the in environmental field, so with a unique approach, they provide a virtual garden. So how the customer foster the garden? So Sheila, would you please tell us about that?
Hello. Yes, let me just share my screen. Just a second. No. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome everybody. We are Orbital Bloom. We are Amira Kawash and Shira Waxman, part of the Innovation RCA Incubator and Terra Carta Design Lab winners. Every year, more businesses race to meet the challenges of the climate emergency by measuring and tracking their commitment to sustainability, decarbonization, and other ESG goals. Companies and third-party software suites track and report sustainability data with greater accuracy and according to global standards and ratings. While sustainability data analytics is growing rapidly as a field, most of this data end up in long reports that are inaccessible and dull to the average viewer. The story of individual company sustainability journey remained inaccessible to employees, stakeholders, and the public. There is a huge communication gap between the reporting of this extremely vital sustainability data and making this data transparent and engaging to stakeholders and the public. What if this data could be turned into an alive and inspiring digital ecosystem which tells the story of individual companies' sustainability journey? Orbital Bloom is a first-of-a-kind company that repurposes or recycles sustainability data to create a data-driven digital garden that blooms and thrives as companies go green. We marshal the power of digital art, science, and technology to address the vital communication gap between data reporting and the engagement of diverse stakeholders. We are data-driven storytellers that want to help companies express, archive, and celebrate the transition and transformation to sustainability and net zero goals. Orbital Bloom is a digital plant-like being that grows, blooms, thrives as corporate environmental targets are met. Our product combines digital art and science, algorithmic tracking, AI, and data reporting. We create bespoke digital and hybrid artwork and scalable digital products. Every plant being represents a client in the Orbital Bloom ecosystem and metaverse. How does it work? Businesses integrate their sustainability reporting data into our software suite, which updates as new data come in. Digital plant-like beings are programmed to bloom, grow, thrive as companies cross key sustainability thresholds. Data input can be customized to include key sustainability indicators such as carbon emission, water usage, waste, and social responsibility. Orbital Bloom uses gaming engine and algorithmic tracking to generate data-driven animation from environmental data inputs. AI can be used to automate and generate animation sequences and morphogenic changes. Our digital product can respond to up to 6 sustainability metrics. For example, carbon emission are tied to bloom diameter, stem length to water usage, petal to energy consumption. Viewers and audience engaging with our digital plant or digital garden can easily understand where a company is in its sustainability journey through the health and vitality of bloom and the digital ecosystem. Furthermore, we encourage companies to compete with each other as digital gardeners. Our subscription plans include Sprouts and Bloom, which target small and medium-sized companies and are optimized for web, social media, and virtual world. In addition, customers are members of Orbital Bloom Virtual Garden and the Metaverse platform. Terra is our bespoke product, which is geared to medium and large businesses. For Terra customers, we create bespoke digital blooms for web, social media, screensaver, and virtual world. Terra also include commission installations such as companies' headquarters and event spaces. Orbital Bloom can be screensaver in offices that easily communicate with employees about the health of the company's sustainability efforts. Our scalable subscription-based product can be accessed by any device. Orbital Bloom can be an immersive installation at companies' headquarters. It can also be featured in window displays, for example, in department store or event spaces. Our target market are companies that demonstrate the highest commitment to sustainability. This include ESG Corp and UN Global Compact. This include ESG compliant businesses and signature of the PRI, B Corp, and the UN Global Compact. The addressable market is much larger than this core segment and will grow as more companies take on climate action. Our goal in joining the KGAP Plus is to find partner to create medium and high fidelity prototype. We are looking to push for rapid development so that we can release our product into the world as soon as possible. We want to see Orbital bloom in prominent global displays such as Expo 2025 in Osaka in 3 years. We invite you to join us in our journey to make Orbital bloom come to life and in making sustainability a reality, one virtual bloom at a time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Amazing presentation. Yes, you have a question? No, yeah, okay, it's coming. Yes, before we go to the Q&A, in my personal impression, very good job to improve your presentation. It's amazing. So to audience, so we mentored each of the startups, and actually Orbital bloom presentation has many texts in the previous version, but after mentoring, they develop, they changed the presentation and more visible. Yeah, great job. So sorry about that. Yeah, I'm impressed very much. Okay, question. It is interesting to suggest using such ad as a representation of a company in the metaverse. I cannot wait to see the virtual garden of many companies. Yeah, it is a comment. Yes, yes, great. Okay, so yes, let's make a future world together. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, another question? No, okay. Yes. The virtual items becomes more popular recently. So the last companies also have the virtual world reality commercialized. So Oatbid from India. Yes, so Oatbid is an AI platform to generate real human videos. Yes. So Seha, yes.
Right, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. This is Sehaj, founder of Autovid.ai, and I'm just quickly sharing my screen. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible. Right.
Yes.
As we are the last ones, I'll take and we are, by the way, into videos. So I'll take the liberty of starting with videos, and then also hoping that will bring back the energy levels. So let me start. In case you are not able to hear anything, please give me a prompt. Thank you.
Hello, James. Welcome to AutoVid.
So this is our primary offering. So I'll quickly run through PPT after this video as well. So, but we basically convert text into spokesperson videos. That means lip synchronization, facial expressions, head movements, and even some amount of hand gestures. And we support 60+ languages, and Japanese is one of them. And that's why the interest in terms of entering Japanese market.
Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Oliver. Hello, Cindy.
Right, so you can also create these kind of variables, and then you can, rather than recording videos yourself for each recipient, you can use a celebrity or a clone of a CXO or one of our AI avatars to create millions of personalized videos at scale instantly. Just a second, I'm sharing my screen again. Yeah. I hope my screen is visible again.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Great. So I'll start with the presentation. So like I said, we are Autovid.ai and we are into AI generated human videos. So especially post-COVID, videos are becoming the new normal in terms of communication. So whether it be for e-learning, HR processes, or sales and marketing, videos are becoming the new normal. But if you see, video creation is really unscalable. So here I have shown a sample process of how a video creation looks like. So it's like 2 to 3 people will come together, record manually with cameras, microphones, actors, or even say studios, and which is a really time intensive and cumbersome process involving high cost as well. But the problem doesn't end there. Assume that you have created your spokesperson videos once, right? What if you need to update that videos? You again need to re-record these videos, right? Then what if you need to personalize these videos? You again need to re-record it for each recipient again and again. And lastly, and one of the important aspect, multilingual. So what if you need these videos across different languages, say Japanese, English, Hindi, or German as well, right? Again, you are left with the option of re-recording these videos again and again for each separate language. So we take away all these problems and make video creation really scalable using AI avatars and voices. So that's how a process looks like. And this is our core proposition, that humanized digital communication at scale with text to video. So this is what the process looks like. You just simply choose an avatar. So what an avatar is, I'll come in the next slide. So just choose an avatar, input the script. Script could be one-liner, a whole email, or even a full PPT or PDF, right? And just hit generate and you can get your AI spokesperson videos instantly. Coming to what are avatars, right? So we support 3 kind of avatars, as you can see on screen. Number 1 is clones of real people. So we create leadership clones of corporates. So you can clone, your CXOs, leadership team, celebrities, or team members, and use these videos across sales, marketing, or internal communication. We also support 3D and CGI characters, where brands are interested in terms of, say, mascot, or think of it like a AI news reporter, that kind of use cases. And we also support AI generated humans. So as you can see on this, these humans, these 4 ones, they are completely generated by AI from scratch. They don't exist anywhere in the world. So think of it like virtual employees in your team. So we support these 3 kind of avatars. And just to give you a quick overview of what kind of use cases we look at. So in corporates, we primarily help them with external as well as internal communication. So I have written use cases here. I'll just cover 1 or 2 of them briefly. So for example, say L&D and e-learning, right? Imagine Mitsubishi training their worldwide staff and using our tool for creating these kind of multilingual and personalized training and upskilling videos. So that's one big use case that we do, with learning and development. Another example could be HR processes. So imagine Toyota CEO, the digital clone of Toyota CEO, personally onboarding each new employee, or sending these internal newsletter or corporate updates every month. So these are in terms of internal communication. In terms of sales and marketing and customer support, one obviously is customer onboarding. So imagine anyone bought a Nissan's product and they are being onboarded by a virtual assistant telling how to use this product and stuff. And obviously, one big use case is in terms of personalized videos at scale for sales and marketing campaigns. If you have any questions around that, I love to answer post the PPT. I covered the video quickly, but I have a quick sample. So just before this, I quickly generated a text in Japanese just to show you our capabilities.
Good morning. How are you today? Hope you are well.
おはよう、今日はどうですか？あなたが元気であることを願っています。
So we support more than 60 plus languages, in which Japanese is one of them. Right. Coming to impacts and benefits, right? So these are our primary core metrics. we have done extensive case studies, and we have seen that, in terms of engagement boost, we can receive a more than 63% plus engagement boost across sales, marketing, and employee communication. In terms of sales and marketing, we have seen that these video emails generate more than 3x response rates. In terms of video creation, we have seen people making videos at scale at 1/10 the time that they otherwise used to spend, and obviously more than 85% cost savings. And then, these two are again very important. You can easily incorporate updates, and especially with respect to the Japanese collaboration. So whatever, there are a lot of Japanese enterprises which have done great work all across globe. So we can help them with in terms of multilingual communication for their employees as well as for their clientele. Contribution to KGAP. So, obviously, we look forward to help Japanese enterprises with scalable human connections. Enterprise Connects for empowering corporate leadership with digital clones. So in India, we are already creating clones of NASSCOM's head as well as a couple of top CXOs. We are also looking for sales and marketing leaders for potential partnership and strategic collaboration with system integrators and value-added partners. This is our team. We come from IIT Delhi, which is like the MIT of India, and we are incubated there. And ours is a core AI research team. These are our quickly associations and recognitions. We are funded by Government of India. We are also part of NASSCOM Deep Tech Club, and we have one couple of more initiatives as well. Thank you. I love to take questions. I plan to show how it could be used on emails as well, but I guess because of lack of time, I'll just hear questions. Or could I do that? What do you suggest?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sure.
Yes, you have the questions. So is it possible to customize your technology for Japanese companies? Are you interested in such business? Of course.
Yes. So like I said, when we talk about customizing technology, it could be in terms of three specific things. One is obviously in terms of Japanese linguistic aspect, right? So we already cater to that. The second is in term by second customization, it could be in terms of, say, creating digital clones of leadership of Japanese enterprises or Japanese celebrities. So yes, we are looking for that as well. And third and last, in terms of value-added resellers and system integrators for entering us into Japanese market. So yes, we are looking forward to all three of them.
Yeah, but please answer the next question. There are many similar technologies out there. So what makes you unique compared to the other competitors?
So that's a great question. So there are a lot of tools, especially apps, Android and iOS, which you will see, which are more geared towards the fun aspect. So they have a lot lesser, they are a lot lesser in quality, and they don't have end-to-end workflows which can support B2B use cases. Our primary clientele is B2B model, where we are helping enterprises with scalable video creation for sales and marketing and internal communication. So to summarize, we work on end-to-end workflows, and we are geared especially towards B2B with higher quality voice cloning and face cloning.
About business model, is your business model B2B? Is it also possible to have a B2C model?
So our primary focus is B2B model, but we have seen, we are already in partnership with a couple of companies where it's like a B2B2C kind of stuff. So for example, couple of enterprises are really focused towards user generated content. So there what we do is that even though our buyer is a corporate, they further open or license the technology to their consumers so that they could create user generated content. So just to give you one example, we are working with a company who works with millions of merchants across India, and their use cases that can they give our technology to their millions of merchants so that each merchant could create a personalized video for their own brand. So that kind of B2B2C is something that we do.
Yes, B2B2C model works. So yeah, reasonable, I think. Okay, thank you very much, Sehaz. All right, so Yeah, one company is missing, so we apologize for the sudden absence. That is a cardio call from Israel. Yes, but the program is ending. So these 21 startups are very motivated as you watch it. So all of them are looking for the partnership with Japanese enterprises to develop their product or expansion, business expansion. Yeah, so this event will be finishing, but their journey just begun. So in the coming 3 months, please, please contact us anytime if you have any interest to our 21 startups from 10 countries. Yeah, for session 1, session 2. Thank you very much for joining us today. Yes, yeah, thank you, and good job to the startups. Yes, okay. So everybody have a good day. Yes, and see you next time soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.